I know something's about to go down.
Well, there it is.
Welcome to I Could Be Your Grandma, episode 5.
Episode 4.
Oh, is it really?
Come on. You're giving the ruse away that we ain't doing these live and on the weeks that we say we're releasing them.
Sorry, episode 4.
Episode 4. So this is the first episode that people are coming back to.
Yeah.
After the launch release date.
Oh, yeah, it's when they've gone, oh my gosh, those two have really something to say and add to the world, and I'm going to keep on listening.
I think we've put some really valuable content out
100%.
in our first 3 episodes.
Yeah, it'll go down in history. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah,
You
I'm feeling
alright?
fresh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a fresh fade.
Fresh dew from the old wife.
Fresh fade.
It's probably
Mulroy.
a good way to look at myself when you've done my hair,
Yeah.
because God knows what goes on back here.
Yeah, it's not great, not
No.
going to lie. Yeah, I botched it, really.
I was speaking to a friend the other day, and they said, "Why'd you cut your hair then?" And because I was under the impression that my hair was thinning,
Yeah.
you know, I was willing to let it go
Right,
at a time which I was in control of.
right.
I didn't want to get to the point where people would look at me and go, "You need to cut your hair, mate."
Right.
So I thought I'd shave. I was under the impression that it was not a thick head of hair. But my friend the other day was like, "You had a great hair. You had a great hairline."
You do have a thick head of hair.
I do.
Well, okay. Do you want the truth?
Mm.
Okay, so you have a widow's peak, which is obviously the old vampire look, which means that it does give the illusion that you're receding quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think that widow's peak has changed since we've met, which makes me think, yeah, maybe you've just got that hairline.
Because it was you. It was you that told me it was going.
Well,
You fed me those lies.
well, it is thinning on the top though, more than it is at the back.
Yeah,
I think you would agree.
I would agree.
Right. Okay.
But when it's long, you can't tell.
I rest my case.
No, I do agree.
No, you are right though. It grows thick, fast and long, baby.
It does. When you shave my head after 2-3 weeks of growth, I'm amazed when I look into the bath
Yeah, it's
and
exciting,
see
isn't
that
it?
little gerbil
Yeah, you got a little second little bath mark going on.
and then my hair next to it.
Yeah, don't
Because
worry
I
about
usually
the trouble.
crouch in the bath. It's a really sad sight, actually. If anyone was to walk in on you cutting my hair, it's me in my boxers crouched like a little prisoner getting shaved.
It's really, really disturbing. Yeah, and it's quite cold in there as well. So it's
Well, you know, average temperature, I'd say.
okay, all right, okay. We agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And you're clothed, which I never understand because I'm always like, just take your top off. Why are we getting a absolute basket full of
Well, it depends.
hair at the top of your neck?
Sometimes I
On that lovely
go
t-shirt.
clothed, sometimes I don't.
It depends on the day.
It depends how sexy I'm feeling.
Oh, and you weren't feeling very
I wasn't
sexy.
feeling sexy today.
Who is feeling sexy at the minute, though? Do you know what I
Monday,
mean?
innit?
Ugh,
Oh,
it's
Monday.
freezing cold. All I want to do is just eat pie all the time.
Yeah. Monday, Omicron.
What does that mean?
COVID, innit? COVID's new mate, Omicron. The
Oh,
Omicron Omicron variant.
Alf,
But we don't talk about that.
let's not talk about that. We're not a pandemic podcast.
I do want
Oh
to talk
my
a little
God.
bit about something pandemic related.
Oh,
However, there's one thing I realised we've never...
I changed my shoes.
Yeah, oh great. Now, going back to the old COVID thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking, because I'm also reading a book that you got me for my birthday.
Yeah.
Started it.
Yeah, you enjoying it?
Yeah, really good.
Tell the
really
listeners
good.
what I got
so
you.
you got me a book called You've Got Red on You, which is a book by an extreme super fan of the film Shaun of the Dead, which I am also an extreme super fan. Because on a daily basis, I'll quote it and I'll say to you, Bridge, what's that from? And you'll go, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, it's taken me a few years to catch on to that, but now I know. And then sometimes you'll just say, "Do you want a cup of tea?" And I'll go, "Shaun of the Dead." And
Yeah.
you go, no, not now.
No.
Yeah.
But the book is great.
Oh,
So
great.
the book's like, how did the film get made? And it's got loads of interviews with Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg and stuff.
Yeah.
But he talks that the opening chapter is where Edgar Wright got inspiration for the film from. It's a lot of like a zombie apocalypse movies.
Ooh.
And because we're living through an apocalypse right now.
Oh my God.
I just thought I'd get your ideas on whether you'd, one, survive an apocalypse, and two, do you think, I mean, how would you survive it?
How would we do it?
Two, how would you survive? No, because I'm abandoning you.
Oh, you're out.
As soon as the shit gets real,
yeah.
As soon as COVID turns people into zombies, you're on your own, mate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Alf. Good choice.
Yeah.
I think I'd be pretty terrible. Like I had a freak out in the kitchen before because a pan dropped on the floor. And I was turned away from this pan, and I was I was so scared of this noise. The noise scared me so much that I was shaking.
Yeah, and that's why you're the first to go.
And I was like, Bridget, I was physically like heart beating. It sounded like a bomb went off in the kitchen, and I was like, Bridget, it's a pan. What on earth are you getting yourself so wet? So far.
Now imagine that was a flesh-eating zombie.
I just think I'd be too. I think I'd just be one of them people that just faints.
You're not a fainter. You're a farter. You're not a fainter. You fart out of fear, not faint.
I'll faint and then just do. Anyway, no. Well, the first thing I think about when I think of a zombie apocalypse is everyone in the city is screwed. We're screwed.
We're technically not screwed.
Why do you think that?
Because we're on a floor. Stairs ain't good for zombs.
Stairs ain't no good for zombs, innit?
Yeah. Although if you have watched 28 Days Later in that big flat, that proves wrong because they get upstairs. But I think higher up is good.
I think the main thing that we need to consider here is that we're in a compound of people.
A lot of doors, isn't there?
No, a lot of people. Like, forget the doors.
Yeah.
We're in a city, like...
I just meant our flat has lots of entries, doesn't it?
Right, but where would we go get food from? That's my first thought. Like,
Yeah.
what do we do about the food?
Hopefully HelloFresh would still deliver.
But just by a zombie.
Yeah, well, they are most of the time.
Other food delivery services are available, by the way.
Yeah, if you want to sponsor us, HelloFresh, we do buy from you every week.
Yeah, and you're terrible.
Yeah, and you did deliver these by zombies.
That would be pretty sick, though. Do you think you could make zombies, work?
Yeah, well, some would argue that we're all zombies working.
Oh my God, mind blown. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, you can probably train them to do something. Like they do in the film, they stick a bit of meat on a stick or whatever, and then they go and do
plough the fields and stuff.
Yeah. Plough the fields?
Yeah.
Agricultural zombies. That's how you'd use them, is it?
What a band name. Band name.
Don't steal it.
Copyright.
Agricultural zombies.
Other band names are available.
What would you, so like moving aside from the zombie thing, what would your like ideal apocalypse be?
The ideal apocalypse?
Yeah, like someone goes, the world's going to end and it's not going to be like, well, I guess it's up to you. It could be whatever you want it to be.
Okay, I suppose.
So the world's going to end and you do have a chance of survival, but it's not guaranteed. If you could build your own apocalypse, what would it be?
Do you have one?
No, but I'll think of one.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I do. I feel like I need some inspiration.
Okay. Well, I would probably... What would my ideal apocalypse be? It's the sort of question you get on Blind Date, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, what would your ideal apocalypse be? Gary from Oldham.
If you were any colour, what colour would you be?
No, apocalypse.
Sorry, if you were apocalypse.
My ideal apocalypse would be, if the world was going to properly end, something that ends it really quick.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be living. I don't want like a nuclear apocalypse.
Right. So you want like meteorite that just destroys the planet in one.
Everyone's gone.
Oh, so I got confused because I thought you meant like if you were living through it, what would be the best version of that?
Oh well, you can do that.
I suppose maybe.
Yeah. All right. So say it is a zombie apocalypse. What's your ideal setup?
Right.
What would you want? Where would you want to be?
Yeah.
What would you want?
Okay, you want to be in a farm. With no one else around.
Have you not seen Dawn of the Dead? I don't know. It's either Dawn of the Dead or Night of the Living Dead, where they're all barricaded in the farm and it doesn't end well.
Well, what if it's just me and you?
It won't end well.
What if it killed off all men, and then you were the last remaining one?
Just man.
Yeah.
But women were around.
Yeah, and you were the last. What would that look like if there was only one man in a world of women?
Can you give birth to men?
Oh, good question.
Like,
no. That's
how would you feel if I was
that's
the last man on Earth?
Yeah.
And
I had to give you out.
Yeah, because you'd have to, really.
I don't think I'd have to give you out. I think like authorities would come, all the women in their little jackets would come in.
And the little bags and little lipsticks.
They come in.
Sexist pig.
They come in little pantsuits.
Yeah.
What they do, they come running up the road, tick, 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 tick,
With the high
clacking in the high
heels.
heels, and they knock on the door very gracefully, and they do so light you could barely hear it, and they get you from your bed and they take you away and they'd strap you to it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Can you write this down somewhere for me?
And what they do is they just milk you. You just become, you know how in the other episode of our podcast we were talking about like if women could physically lay eggs, then there'd be like farms of women just laying loads of eggs. This would be the same thing. You'd just be farmed.
I'd just be a cow. I'd be a dairy cow.
Yeah.
And I bet they wouldn't, knowing women, I bet they wouldn't even...
Yeah, knowing women. If I know women.
And I do.
And I do.
I bet they wouldn't even milk me in a pleasurable way. They'd just extract semen from my balls without giving me pleasure.
Yeah, there's no need to now because we don't have
What
to...
about me?
Listen.
What about me, though?
But me, though. There would be no need to do that because women don't have anything to prove anymore. That's the only reason we do what we do.
What about when you want some sweet pleasure?
Well, sorry, mate.
Oh, you don't even need men for it,
Those days are over, though. We're in a world where men don't exist. Like all those little things about, oh, what do I do?
No, they do, because I exist. Me.
But me.
So you'd be happy with that, would you? Seeing your husband chained up, tied up to a little milking machine, fattening up like a cow, and you'd in a barn, and you'd open it, and a crack of light just hit my face, and I'd be there like, moo.
I know, and then moo.
Moo.
And then the sunlight would fade. You'd see a figure, right, opening through the barn door, and then it'd just be me, where with a clipboard and a pen, writing notes, and you go,
spit on the ground.
I planned this all along, Alfie.
Yeah, I knew when I married you, I was going to end up getting milked in a barn.
I promise. That's what we said.
Milking aside,
yeah.
If I was the only man on Earth,
yeah,
would you be all right with it?
Very, very interesting question. Probably not.
No.
It'd be very odd, wouldn't it?
Have you seen Children of Men?
Yeah.
The film?
I have seen Children of Men, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Solid, yeah.
Because she can
wait. Other films are available.
Sorry. Because Children of Men, she's the only woman who could get pregnant, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not seen it.
And that all went to shit, didn't it?
Well, I think a lot of films, things don't quite go to plan. I think that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah. So what was your ideal apocalypse then? I've forgotten. You wanted to be in a barn. That was it.
Just a farm, just in the middle of nowhere.
Where are you going to get your food for farm instead of growing it?
I'm just trying to think of like the ideal situation, and it's just being away from other people, isn't it? You just got to isolate yourself. But then, historically, communities thrive.
Yeah, some
communities do thrive when they all, use each other's gifts.
Would you trust someone in the apocalypse? I'd find it very hard to trust anyone.
Yeah. And think they're just going to do me over.
Yeah, I'd be constantly. I think that now.
Right.
But
well, this is it though, isn't it? Because you're.
But maybe I'm closing myself. People probably won't trust me because I'm being closed off.
I think you have to be open to the idea that
you've got to take that leap of faith.
People are going to rip you off.
Yeah.
But the majority, you've got to. The idea is having that faith that they won't. That's the point. I think about.
But then would
what
we
makes
just constantly get dicked over?
Yeah, but you might, and that's what I'm saying, you might do. But the fact that you still believed every time meant that,
every time I got raped and robbed, at least I had my fucking
okay, fine. It doesn't work with that example.
I'd be there on the floor with nothing. And I'd be going, at least I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but you can also protect yourself as well and learn to fight and don't just, take the rape.
I'll try not to.
Oh God.
What would you know on like some apocalypse movies, you get that like feral human group where
the
people have just
baddies.
gone feral and have like embraced the madness
Yeah.
and gone fucking wild.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you be tempted to? I'd be quite tempted to just go crazy.
I think you would be more tempted than me.
Yeah, but
I think I actually do think.
I'd only do it so they didn't do it to me. You know.
Yeah.
Survival.
I think, you know what though? I think I'm bound by my belief in like never kill anyone. I think.
You have that belief, dear. Oh, you're the one.
Maybe I've got more built-in, like deep-built religion in me than I thought, but I just don't think I could morally like go.
Oh, I don't think I could kill anyone.
I'd rather like just die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could kill a zombie?
Oh, different, isn't it?
Could you kill me, zombie me, or zombie mum? Could you kill zombie mum?
Zombie mum?
Your mum as a zombie.
Oh my God.
Kill your mum as a zombie.
I think she'd want it.
That's what you'd say when you were doing it. You want this, don't you? You want this.
Look at what you made me do.
Bridge, she's not turned yet.
Hey. No,
Don't be mean.
Nah, I think she'd be all right with it. I think she'd probably say, Bridge, as soon as you see my eyes turn milky, I'll know something's up and, get the hammer out.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, hammer.
You wouldn't shoot?
No. If I had a gun, yeah, definitely. But guns, the problem people do with guns is that it's loud and then it attracts everyone.
Oh, you've watched a zombie film.
You've got to be running around very silent like a little mouse.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. What would your ultimate zombie killing weapon be then? I'd have two. I'd have, if shit was up shit's creek in a shit dinghy, then I'd have a machine gun, obviously. It's like if there was loads of them anyway, and I just had to try and shoot my way out a little bit.
Yeah, machine gun.
But if I was silent,
a bat.
I'd have a samurai sword as well.
Whoa! Where are you going to get that?
Girl off Walking Dead, she has one.
Where are you going to get one from? Last minute in the middle of like in the middle of a pop-up. Are you just jumping on eBay?
Yeah. Get good food delivery or Deliveroo or whatever.
Yeah.
No.
Deliveroo,
well,
samurai sword.
I didn't ask you what's your practical weapon of choice. I said, what's your dream weapon of choice? And my dream is the samurai sword.
Okay.
So stop killing my dream.
Stop killing my... Killing's
Where are you going to get a bat from?
You know what I do? Right, this is what you do.
Yeah.
You live at sea. You live at sea.
Oh, yeah, zombies can't get to you on
Why
sea,
is no one... I mean, like...
Oh, yeah, get a fishing boat.
Come on.
Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, that I'm not going to lie. That would be a bit tricky.
Because you need water more.
Yeah, you'd have to plan your route, wouldn't you?
What about living on a boat on a lake? Why don't we steal a boat on Windermere?
Yes.
And live on that as a fish in Windermere?
Yeah, but you don't want to live on Windermere. It's horrible. I think a lot of other people would do that as well.
Yeah, it's an obvious choice. What's a hipster lake we can stay on in the lakes? You know the lakes. What's a hipster lake?
Well, I love Coniston.
Yeah, but that'd be popular, right? Too. Actually, that'd be popular. You get a fish in the lake.
We could go Eswaite Lake, which is actually like a tarn.
Oh, yeah. And it's a trout farm.
Loads of fish. Yeah. And
we're giving away all our secrets.
I know. Sure, stop talking. We'll talk about it later. Yeah. Okay, great. So soon the problem...
we were like, it's a trout farm. We should definitely do this.
Forget the apocalypse. Let's move there now. You get it.
This is the answer to all of our problems.
Trout on tap.
Freshwater, trout, solved. And there's a cafe. And Big John says there's a barrel out back.
And
what's that from?
Shaun of the Dead.
There you go. Full circle. Yeah. If there was an asteroid coming to Earth, maybe this is the end of the world special because we feel like it's going to end. If there was an asteroid coming to Earth, and they said, Bridget, your hands are the perfect size for this mission. You are the only person in the world whose hands are the exact shape, weight, feel, and stickiness that we need for this job.
So in this case, no other hands are available.
No other hands are available.
Okay.
And you've got to go suicide mission. Pop a little bomb in an asteroid.
Right. There's no other hands.
Yours are the hands. The human race has no other hands.
Right, and
that are available to do this stuff.
And somehow there's a database full of the minute details of the human race's individual.
Yeah, have you not had
hands.
your vaccine? Come on, they're tracking you, Bridge.
That's what it was about, yeah.
Wait, if your fucking hands, mate, and you walked right into that trap, didn't you?
Did you know they check your hands?
They know the weight of your hands, man.
Your fingernails and all of it, man.
Go on.
Okay.
Would you do it?
Would I do it? I give it a go. Yeah, just give it a good jam.
Give it a go.
Yeah, you know.
Would you deal with the pressure of the fate of humanity on those little hands?
Oh, they are quite big though. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to lie. They might be a bit clammy.
Yeah.
It might be a bit stressful.
Do you think you'd fuck it up on you? Yeah, I think you'd do it. I think you're pretty good when push comes to shove. Push comes to crunch.
Comes to push.
Don't be disgusting.
Sorry. I think
He's on my mum's listening to this.
Get back to bed, Mum. Yeah, I think I could do it. Would you step up to the plate?
Yeah, I'd step up to the plate. I'd struggle letting you go though.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're like, she'll fuck it up.
Is there no other hands?
You've got the wrong one.
Are you sure it was Bridget Mulroy? Yeah, no. I struggle to let you go because I won't want you to die.
Yeah, I know.
Because then the whole world survives and you die.
Yeah, well, this is it though. Things you have to do for the human race. Keep it
Would
moving.
you be okay with that?
If it was you?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, there's a massive
What a
possibility.
hero.
Like either way we're gonna die though, right?
You get pretty turned on when I got in that rocket.
I would, yeah.
When I exploded in the air.
Yeah.
You
I'll
explode
explode
in your chair. Zombie mum, stop listening.
I would definitely not be turned on by it. Like that's the last thing you're gonna be, isn't it? Really, in that situation. But
It's quite romantic.
It's romantic in the sense that we're romanticizing it. In reality, no, it's not. It's the worst thing ever.
No, but I mean, after you've got over the initial grief.
Are you doing it to save the world? You're not doing it to save
I'm not doing it to save you, am I? I mean, I would do that too. What, the one asteroid was heading towards you? Everyone else is fine. It's those hands. Just drawn to them.
They've got magnetism.
Yeah, asteroid drawn hands.
Got me like magnetic field, these.
Yeah. What was that video you showed me? That girl with that chip in her hand.
Oh yeah. So there's a video that I saw of this woman who's got this chip in her hand, and it's this little thing that she puts in between the pointy finger and the thumb, like in that crevice.
Yeah, that little
bit. And she's like, everyone asks me why I have this chip in my hand. And then she puts her palm down or like her fist down and it unlocks a cabinet, a TV cabinet, and then her front door. And that's it.
Yeah.
And she mega rich, by the way. This is
well,
why
obviously.
Yeah, but it's like a
Did you see that TV cabinet?
Whoa. No wonder she wants it safe.
VCR and DVD player.
I know, but what's stupid is that that's the only two things that it can open. And she's like, it's great because I don't have to have keys. And check out more of my TikTok videos about how my chip works. And you're like, how many videos am I going to watch you open a TV cabinet? What's the world come to? Get a job. Good point. Oh, God. She spends the whole day just like, check out my TikTok videos. Yeah. Here I am opening this.
I feel like I saw a guy who had one as well. And he had managed to convince his work to use it as like his work pass. So like he could get in all the offices and scanners at work with his hand, which is again slightly better than opening a TV cabinet. But it's not worth having a fucking chip in your hand.
It just highlighted to me how many of the population don't consider what's going on in the world, like right here, right now, and that we're watching videos of a woman open a door with a chip in her hand. It's so pointless. It's so pointless, isn't it? Or is it?
Oh yeah, no, I'd say it's pointless.
Like.
But if something came out in the future, well, this is the thing, right?
It's so
she's
boring.
a conspiracy theorist's worst nightmare, isn't she? Because that's the exact thing they don't want. They don't want any chips inside them.
Yeah, but what's right?
But like, what I'm saying is, in the future, if it became a thing where you could open more,
right?
Like you could have a chip and it would be linked to everything you owned or whatever.
Yeah.
Would you get it?
Yeah.
You would. I don't want anything like that in my body.
Isn't it weird though that it'll change from, like people stealing your keys to then someone chopping off your hand?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
If you've got a mansion.
Or just drugging you and just banging your hands.
Yeah. Banging
and then
around.
using it to get cash out.
Is that what it'll do? It'll like be your chip and pin.
Well, it could
everything.
be, couldn't it? Like, that's the thing. It could be. But then also, I could just glue my credit card to my hand and just do that.
And do that,
like,
yeah.
how much harder is it doing that than doing that?
Her point was...
And if you were listening, I'll describe what I just did
What
for
did you do?
I don't know. I mimed pulling a card out and tapping it on the machine.
Yeah.
And then mimed just tapping my hand on the machine.
Right, yeah. Very different though.
Very different. Well, to
different.
some people, yeah.
My argument is that like it's just so pointless. Like she's saying, oh, it alleviates me having a key.
Yeah.
And it's just like a gimmick.
Yeah, quite,
I
yeah.
don't know. It just annoyed me. Really, really got under my
What's funny
skin.
about the hand
Bit like
thing?
the chip.
Yeah. What's funny about the hand thing is
Talk to me.
is that I'm just realizing now when I did that mime of getting my card out, my thing and tapping.
Right.
You do most things with your hand anyway.
Yeah.
So like how much more convenient is it to not have your keys, which you just
Right.
use your hand for anyway?
Yeah.
Like I get it, you don't have to remember them, and
Well, that's the whole point.
But like, really, the action's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's quite satisfying opening the
No,
door.
no. No one's saying that the action isn't. The action is exactly the same. It's saying you don't
just
have
have
to
to
have
remember.
keys. You don't have to remember anything. It's there. But also, why would she pick the top of her hand? Why not pick your
Yeah,
your finger?
something cool.
Yeah.
Because when she does it, it is like...
And she has to really awkwardly move her
Yeah.
wrist to face that way. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, just...
I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
If you could hack it, what would you do?
If I could hack it,
Yeah.
her chip,
Mm.
I'd just make it lock
it.
everything.
Yeah, if you could control it so that it unlocks, but as soon as you move your hand away, it locks,
Locks
again.
again.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
That'd be great.
So she'd have to like press her hand up and open it at the same time.
Yeah, she still has to use her hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
that'd be good. Speaking of future,
Go on.
we took a dive into the past this week, didn't we?
Speaking of the future,
Yeah.
the
We took
past.
we took a dive into the past.
We did.
Well, what's
So-
good about this section that we've just done about the apocalypse is that
Mm.
this is just, well, I guess with the Cold War, maybe our grandparents did have to worry about it, but
No.
really they didn't. We're probably living more in an age of an apocalypse than they will be.
In a different way, yeah.
Yeah.
They had it a lot worse off than we do
Yeah,
now.
to be fair, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Okay, retracted statement. But we witnessed the time that our grandparents would have been children, didn't we? Because we started watching the old Beatles doc.
So fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
We were up quite late last night finishing part 2. So we're...
It's like 3 hours each episode, isn't it?
Yeah, and we like smashed through the
6
first
hours
one.
already. Yeah, we've done well.
I just can't take my eyes off it.
No.
It's just absolutely mesmerising.
It's so well done, and like so the footage is so good.
I know.
I'm amazed it stayed underground this lot, like not been used
Or
sooner.
damaged or...
Yeah.
Like, isn't it incredible that we're able to use the technology back then and just adapt it so it translates
It's like
to
4K
now.
quality,
It's
but it's the
so
footage
good.
that was captured. Will have been some of it probably black and white,
Yeah.
maybe, and not as good a quality as it would have been even made back then.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like an absolute time capsule, isn't it?
yeah, you feel like you shouldn't be watching some of it.
Yeah,
in a
it's
great way. but-
Really creepy. I'm obsessed. I think that it really demonstrates that they're all individual people, all going through some stuff. Clearly, like their love for each other comes through for me. John
Yeah.
Lennon, I've become a bit obsessed with actually after this. He's just a fascinating character.
Interesting, funny
Like-
guy,
Like, how does a baby be born in the world and then just become
John Lennon.
John Lennon? You know, really, really interesting.
I think as a Beatles fan, for me,
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. It's very rare you get to see the creative process of genius.
I know.
Like you can have the product, like an album can come out and you can listen to it, or a film can come out and you can watch it. But it's very rare you get to see the literal like foundation, bare bone of genius being created.
Yeah.
And like Let It Be isn't people's favorite album, but there's some songs on there that are some of their best.
Yeah.
And like to see them start from nothing,
scratch,
just like an idea to then blossom into the tune that we
Yeah.
know and love is pretty amazing.
And it's so it's so hard to imagine not knowing the song as well, because like the song that they're working through, we know the end product. So
Yeah.
you're like, this is going to be a great song, but they don't know that yet. Like everyone in that room is hearing all those notes for the first time in that order. So it's amazing to see the process of how it all kind of comes together and how they play and improvise and get inspiration from different songs. Like they just play vinyls, don't they? And just like play other people's tracks.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That was, like they'd play covers.
Yeah.
Just to get ideas and loosen up. And that's what I quite like. And some of their covers are great as well.
Yeah.
And I really hope there's like a list probably online where it gives you every song played throughout the series, because there's some good ones.
I love watching all their personalities in the room as well. Like I love, because I suppose what you've got to think about as well at that time, they were very famous.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of ego playing, and there's a lot of things that are going on with those individuals that, you know, years before they wouldn't have,
Yeah.
They were all, what I'm trying to say is they were all at one point just like young people, like trying bands, playing in different gigs.
Yeah.
And now they're the Beatles. Then that also means that stuff they're making is different. Like everything is different. There's all that influence, and it's amazing to watch.
John Lennon I think all of them had quite difficult upbringings to some regard, especially John Lennon, because his mum was quite abusive and alcoholic, I think, and he had and we were saying that like having this, having, what's the word? Adversity, having an adverse upbringing, an adverse past, like going through trauma, does actually bring this kind of weird freedom about the people that survived it.
Because they're like, fuck you. I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah.
And like, I read a really great quote actually about John Lennon last night, and he said something about he made a point of like when he went around to friends' houses of making the parents not like him, and he was like, I can see through what parents mean for people, and he was like, because I don't have them, I understand what a facade your parents are. And he's like, I go into all my mates' houses, and all the parents give me this and give me this, because I think he was a bit of a wrong'un.
Yeah,
I think when he was younger, fighting, and I think he was quite abusive himself towards a lot of people. But I thought that was really interesting when he was like, that facade of the family. Yeah, I know it's not
all
real.
A little story, isn't it?
Because I don't have it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And I was like, oh whoa, the mind of a like parentless person.
But then, with old Yoko Ono,
right?
I was reading something that she's actually like quite a motherly figure for him, because he didn't have a mum really, and like when you see, because basically I read, because when we watch it, she's there all the time.
They've got a very, very, very interesting relationship.
She's sat next to him
the whole time.
95% of the footage, she sat next to him.
Yeah.
Either not saying anything or reading or whatever. Even when the band are like recording the songs, she sat next to him.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really weird. And like, obviously there's the big rumor throughout the years that has been that Yoko split the band up because the band didn't like that.
Right.
But then you see that really interesting bit with Paul where he's saying, I don't mind, it's not our business. If he wants to bring it's not our business.
Yeah.
And I also read
that might have always been fabricated a bit more, right? Exaggerated,
definitely. Because I read something that this week when we started watching it that John actually treated Yoko like a motherly figure.
Right.
In fact, it was because he was so anxious about standing up to the other guys and not getting his point heard that he had Yoko there as like security and backup to make him feel reassured and safe, like a mum would do.
So weird.
Quite interesting.
It's quite odd though.
Let's entertain this little conversation.
Okay.
Make it a bit more fun.
Okay.
So we'll have shag, marry, kill, but then we'll also have duet as a fourth option. So you can shag, marry, kill, and duet with the Beatles. So you have to tell me. We all know who you're going to kill.
Ringo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I probably would.
Come
yeah,
on.
I know. Oh, but he is really
He's so
good.
lovely. He's made me fall in love with him. This documentary, actually.
You know
actually,
what?
marry
Ringo.
Yeah.
I think actually marry Ringo.
Because
I think I'd.
Oh, you could. Yeah, he'd be really chill. But that means you got
kill one of the three.
Oh.
It's impossible. It's really impossible because if you kill
Well, go with the easy ones. Who's your first thought for duet?
Oh, God, it's so difficult. They're all so great.
I think I'd duet with Paul.
I think I'd duet with John.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can say you had a duet with John Lennon. I think he's the most incredible lyricist. Like,
yeah, but I feel with Paul is much more aware of the
sound,
composition of a song. Like, and I feel like him and his duets. But then you could argue that John's the reason why the duets are so good when they do sing.
Right.
I think I'd rather work with Paul.
Right. Okay.
Like duet with
yeah,
Paul.
it's a toss up.
Yeah.
On who we're gonna toss.
There's who are you shagging? George.
If I duet with John, I'm gonna kill Ringo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shag George and I'm gonna marry Paul.
Arguably, you could duet with Paul for the rest of your life if you married with him as well, couldn't you? So,
exactly. Yeah, 2 for the price of 1. Exactly.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd marry
we'll do
John.
that.
Shag George, kill Ringo.
Isn't it
duet with
mad?
Paul.
Right. Okay. So you know John Lennon was murdered.
Yeah.
Is he still alive? That guy? Can you imagine being the person in the world who pulled the trigger on?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you could
Assassinate
be,
anyone.
yeah, if you were to be made famous,
That's the killing, honestly.
by killing someone, and I'm gonna put the twist on the question
my
is that
God,
it can't be
this murder
someone
question.
bad. Like you can't say Trump or Johnson. Like it's got to be someone who people are gonna really miss.
What?
Yeah.
That's a horrible
Yeah.
question. No.
You're not doing it.
I have to kill someone. Why do I always have to kill someone? Like some point in every episode, you're like, so you have to kill this segment of society.
Yeah.
I
Murder
have
podcasts are all the range, baby.
Yeah, My Favorite Murder is a really good podcast, actually.
No,
Yeah.
Don't give it too much public.
Okay, sorry. Knock it down.
Yeah, calm down. You don't have to answer killing someone if you don't.
No, I'm all right. Yeah, like can you imagine if other documentaries like this come out about I don't know, just like the early players?
Well, there are. There's like Aretha Franklin one that was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We watched that one.
Oh, I just love it. I love watching that time in history.
Music,
And it's so weird seeing them all like in their like what they wore.
Really quite stylish.
Everything is different, even cups. Even biscuits.
Toast looks different.
Toast looks different.
Yeah.
Everything just looks. It's like you're really stepping back into.
Yeah.
What year was it done? Was it the 70s or was it?
No, that was 67, isn't it, or 68, something like that.
Yeah,
which is crazy. That's a long time ago.
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm really, really enjoying it.
But there was that guy, the keyboard player they brought in. Who did he play with? He played with like Duke Ellington, didn't he, or something?
Oh,
Billy
Billy Jackson.
Yeah, but he played with Stevie Wonder as well.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Now, a little story about, you know how we said we were going to get someone to endorse the pod?
Yeah.
I approached Anthony Costa
Oh,
from Blue.
my God. You know how much I love Blue.
I love Blue. I love Blue more than you.
Blue was like my first album I ever had.
You are stealing my life story.
No, I'm not.
Blue,
One
One Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my first albums.
I think we've already
Maybe
talked
we've
about
bonded
this.
about this before.
Yeah, I think we definitely have.
Yeah, One Love. One Love, baby.
For the lovers cry, one love.
For the mother's pride.
I said that. I think if you go back, you'll hear I say mother's pride.
And on that album, they duet with Elton John for Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. Anyway,
it's mad, that, isn't it? It's absolutely madness.
I approached Anthony Costa.
Yeah?
And
you accosted Anthony Costa.
Well, the people that manage his account classed as a business. So said if they want us to endorse the pod, we'd have to pay more.
Oh, how much?
Thought, I'm not paying more, like hundreds.
Yeah, for Anthony Costa. Sorry, Anthony, but you know,
we love you, mate, but
times are hard.
He'll regret this when we make it big time. And I go, Anthony, you could have been a part of this if you wanted to.
You could have been along the journey and you charged us 200 quid.
200 quid, you bastard. I'll pay 35 and no more. Which is the cost of getting a message from Anthony Costa.
Oh,
and do you know who he sounds like?
Who?
He sounds like Natalie Cassidy.
Just doing this now.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Anthony Costa from Blue.
Just doing a little thing called this now.
Then it also reminded me that Blue, because I did have a love for Blue. Bit of Blue.
Bit of Blue.
And Blue duetted with Stevie Wonder.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know how whoever blues management were like, do you want one of the biggest songwriters of the like 70s and 80s in Elton John and to sing one of his best songs with him? Yeah, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then, a couple of years later, do you want to sing a duet and release a single of Signed, Sealed, Delivered with Stevie Wonder?
Is it Signed, Sealed, Delivered?
Yeah.
Can you put it on? Can I just hear like a snippet of it?
I can show you, but we'll obviously have to cut this a little bit because...
Oh, for God's sake, that's insane. God, that's absolutely maddening that those two worlds collided. But you know, Stevie does it for the love of the world. I truly believe everything he does.
Yeah, he doesn't do it for the money, does he? Yeah? Doesn't do it for all that cash he got from those single sales from Blue. Definitely.
Okay, maybe
does it for the love of the world, and he has, Stevie.
Just a little bit.
Have you seen his bank balance? Because he hasn't. I couldn't.
He's a goddamn genius.
I couldn't.
No, come on.
I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Come
sorry.
on.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. You've seen Stevie, haven't you?
Yeah, it was my first ever concert. I went to see Stevie Wonder. And I remember as a kid, somebody told me...
It's a good first concert, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Someone was like, Stevie... Because we played Stevie Wonder a lot. Like, my auntie played him a lot in the car and then at home. And it just, one of those, like, when you grow up and you just hear an artist from a long time ago. And then you're like, oh, yeah. Music.
Sounds good.
Alfie, I don't really know where that was going.
No, I don't think anyone did.
So basically, I remember someone telling me for the first time, did you know that Stevie Wonder can play every instrument in the world? And I went, what? Wow. And then they went, and he's blind.
Yeah.
And my mind, it was like the first time I heard. It was like the first time I heard like vegan was a thing, and you were like, no dairy or eggs.
This can't be.
But what about cheese? Yeah. And I was like 8. I thought vegan was the most obscene thing I'd ever heard.
How does he see the keys?
Yeah, it was like that. I was like,
I was like,
he can play every instrument and he's blind.
I don't know. Can he play every instrument?
Yeah.
Probably can.
I think he probably can, yeah.
I don't know why I'm trying to question Stevie.
You're really shitting on him.
I don't. I really like him.
Is it because he sold himself to Blue?
No, at the time that made me like him more.
Of course it did.
Two of my favourite worlds colliding. Blue and Stevie, the mashup we all asked for.
If only we could get Westlife and Prince.
Oh, Jesus.
Westlife and Prince.
Well, Prince is dead now, so Prince or Stevie. Kill him.
Oh my God.
Back to the old murder.
Murder. There's been a murder. You are just bloodthirsty.
I know, I just want people dead all the time.
Why?
You can't have everything good. You get one or nothing.
Oh my God. It's supposed to bring people joy.
I know. No. Prince and Stevie mashup. Maybe that's happened. I don't know. I don't think it has. Should do.
Yeah, it definitely should. Well, I can,
All right, yeah, okay. Prince or Stevie duet. Are you picking?
Who am I picking for me to duet with them?
Stevie,
yeah,
it's not a question.
Yeah, I think I'd actually be too intimidated by Prince.
Oh yeah, I feel like Stevie would be welcoming.
Yeah,
and he'd go, "Come here, little boy."
For anyone who's listening, Alfie's just closing his eyes and he's got his hands right in front of him.
He'd go,
"Stop it! Enough!"
He'd go, "Come here, little boy," and you go, "It's Bridget." Actually, it's girl, and he go, "Oh, I couldn't."
Sit down, young man.
I couldn't tell by the size of your hands. Have you saved the world with an asteroid recently?
Hey, that's, by the way, brilliant Stevie Wonder impression.
I worked on it.
I can tell you put a lot of time into it.
What do you want to sing today, little boy? It's actually Bridget.
I'm like, and I'm a girl.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't tell by the raspy voice.
Okay. Okay.
What would you do with?
And a boyish form.
Yeah. What do you want? Round little boy. I'm thinking of when you went to go and see him.
Right.
If you met him. Because you were rotund.
What is not amused? What is not amused? Oh, no thanks, Tom Hanks.
Go on. What song would you duet with Stevie? I think. Do you reckon you're ready to sing now?
Oh my God, is he live?
I've got a surprise for you. Stevie, if you want to...
Mind the door.
Nope. Bridget.
Well, I can't. Isn't it funny, right? Isn't this insane? Stevie Wonder can be Stevie Wonder,
yeah.
And the first thing people make any comment about easy joke is him being blind.
Well, he's not actually blind, is he? That's the theory.
Conspiracy theory.
Have you seen? Here's a video I can show you. Have you seen the video of him catching? Speed camera. Come on. Imagine. No, have you seen the Stevie Wonder video of him catching a microphone? And everyone's like, he can see.
No. Oh no, I don't want. Well, what if he could maybe he could hear it flying through the air?
I don't. Oh my God, people have made compilation videos to prove that he's not blind.
Oh my God, people are sick. Oh. No, it falls on him and he hears it. No, come on.
That wasn't very convincing. I feel as if there was another one.
Let's have a look.
I think he goes to catch Paul McCartney's hand as he walks past.
Yeah.
And it's not...
Oh my God, this is amazing that there's a world on the internet that is trying to convince...
Who has the time to make a video to prove that Stevie Wonder's not blind? There's many better things you could do.
Oh my goodness.
There he is with our mate Paul. Famously sung I've Been in the Ivory together.
But I feel like with reflex stuff...
God, they're just slowing it down.
This is the most ridiculous video I've ever seen. And then a visual demonstration.
A great little infographic.
It's a stick man.
Wow. I think they've captured Stevie's eyes perfectly.
Because they're not there.
Non-existent. Fucking hell, Bridget. We're terrible.
We can't use any of this.
This is terrible. Yeah, so there he is.
I think Stevie Wonder is just the most, like, when I listen to his music,
his voice is
that's why I'd love to see a documentary about him, because I just feel like what he makes is
because he started when he was like 13, didn't he? As in, like, started playing live on TV or the radio. And he's like phenomenal.
It's pure magic.
Yeah, it is actually. That's a great word.
I don't understand how we all just don't think that what artists like him do isn't magic. Like, he just channels like
adversity, though. That's, adversity.
I don't know. I think some people are born with just a natural talent to, like, take the world in and then just interpret it and just push it back out in, like, a glorious way. And his is just like his voice, the way he plays, the way he hears. You can see, I don't know, I think it's just super spiritual for him.
Yeah, I think so. He loses himself when he's playing live.
I like
literally
to see
can't
that.
find his way across stage.
Bloody hell.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's too easy.
Get over it.
Sorry.
Go take your jokes about Stevie.
Oh, no.
I made them too, to be fair.
Yeah, yours were worse than mine.
No,
yours were more offensive.
No.
He definitely wouldn't be your friend. Be my friend.
No, he'd be my friend.
He'd be my friend. I'd be his guide dog.
Big boisterous Labrador, aren't you?
I am. I'm full of love, really.
Yeah.
For Stevie.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about before we begin to wrap this episode up?
Your mum.
My mum?
You know, when that was like your
mum.
An insult in school. That was a big insult in my school in like year 9, year 10. Your mum.
Yeah.
What class is next? Your mum.
No, it didn't bother me because it's like so obviously. Did you ever witness anyone getting hurt when someone said your mum? Yeah.
No,
my mum.
But it's so ridiculous. No one can say anything back, so everyone just laughs.
Yeah,
it's like one of those stupid things. Like
it's like that battle we witnessed last week.
Yeah.
Where he's like, your mum sold you on eBay for £2. Some of the other insults though are ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. Well,
so it was like your mum, and then the other one would go, your mum.
Yeah.
And then the other one would go, what? No.
Do you know, after we watched that little clip, I made you watch the whole thing, didn't I? And you were like, oh, the rest of it is mad. And there was just one.
The rest of it is mad.
What was the line that the guy said at the end? Was it just like
all of his mates were whispering in his ear, going, say it.
Yeah, and then there was silence, and he just went, I made your mum come.
And everyone went, and about 90% of them didn't know what that meant.
No idea.
But it doesn't matter because they know it's funny.
That's
they know
the point.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
Speaking of mums.
Yeah.
I thought about how we were fat.
Yeah,
we're thin again.
Yeah. Well, we're climbing back up that ladder steadily.
Yeah. We're somewhere in the middle now.
I'm doing work. Yeah. I'm working through. All I'm thinking about this podcast is how many mince pies I'm going to have after this. But yeah, go on.
It made me think about. It felt good to get that thing off our chest, you know.
Yeah, all that weight.
And I feel like I might use this podcast to get some things off my chest.
Ooh.
Every now and then I might have a little
rant.
Not a little rant, but just like use this as an opportunity to just address something that I've done in my life that, you know, maybe I regret or, you know, shouldn't be ashamed of. And it cleanses me.
Yeah, okay.
Cleanses me.
It's kind of like a public therapy session with your wife for all of our friends and family.
Exactly.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, everyone's here for
what can go wrong?
Nothing. Can't lose your job. Can't lose your friends or your family.
Sounds great.
But this one does impact your mum, actually.
Oh,
because
God.
Do you remember when, this was when I was the skinniest I've ever been.
Yeah.
We came back to yours in the Lake District.
Yeah.
To see your parents.
Yeah.
And I think we went for a walk and I fell over maybe. And I got my jeans really muddy. And we were there for about a week.
I can't believe you're going to tell this
And
story.
I only had one pair of jeans.
You did. You did only have one pair of jeans.
And I didn't have any pajamas either. And I don't even know how this happened, but I said to you in a panic, I was like, my jeans are they ripped. I think I had a massive rip in them.
I think they ripped, yeah. I think they're like round the back, round the arse.
And because we were students, didn't have any money to go to the nearest town and buy anymore. I was like, my jeans are I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do. And you were like, don't worry, I'll sort it.
Yeah.
And you went and you got a pair of your mum's jeans.
Well, you were too skinny for my stepdad's. So.
Yeah, that was the problem. And I wore a pair of your mum's skinny jeans for about 3 months.
3 months?
It was like that long.
I think it was a bit longer, wouldn't it?
Do you reckon?
I think so.
Oh, the time is not the most embarrassing thing for me, so it can be as long as whatever you want.
Also, a side note about this is that Mum mentioned to me on many occasions, have you seen those jeans?
This is the funny thing about this bridge
for ages
is that the day we gave them back, so what happened? She would ask you about them whilst I was wearing them next to her.
I think she knew.
Next to her.
Yeah.
And then one day she said, I'd bought some other jeans and I was just wearing those for the fun of it.
Just moving a little bit around.
Yeah, you know. I got a feel for him. And then she said, Bridge, have you seen them jeans? And I thought, it's probably time. It's probably time. So I went downstairs, got changed, put my man jeans on.
Like uncomfortable man jeans with too many pockets.
Too many pockets. That baffles me, the old woman jean thing.
Yeah.
And I slipped hers off and
no shame.
Put them back in the bedroom.
Shame.
And then we just like there was never a word spoken.
No.
So Anne, if you're listening, I wore your jeans for 3 months.
Yeah, I definitely think she knows.
I think so too.
That's something our grandparents never had to do, wasn't it? Like you wouldn't get away with it then, though. Like grandparents, if it was like back in the day, my dad, you know, like broke his trousers somehow, and then was like, I'm just gonna wear
my mother-in-law's
mother. yeah. There was no real option, was there?
No,
but you know, these days jeans are tailored, you know, quite wonderfully
to boys and women.
And others.
Yeah. Anything you want to get off your chest?
He kind of sprung that on me a little bit. I don't think I did. Is there something you can think of?
No, I only say that because I wanted to tell it in the weight when we were talking about our weight.
Oh, last week.
This week, so I just thought I'd slip it in here.
Oh yeah, Mum. Sorry about that. Alfie wore your jeans for months on end, and was too.
I'm not seen her wear them since, so I'll have them back.
Well, you probably stretched them with your big boy ass.
Oh no, not my big boy ass.
Yeah, big long boy.
Girls' jeans are rubbish though.
Yeah, the quality's terrible.
Well, no, your mum buys nice clothes. Yeah, the cheap fucking jeans my mum buys.
Oh no, not my mum. My mum, she got a bit more cash than us.
Yeah, but pockets are still rubbish.
Yeah,
I couldn't fit anything in them.
Yeah, all you could fit was your lipstick in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, my little lipstick in my purse. I couldn't fit my hands in there.
No. Yeah, so mad that you did that.
Yeah. You did it.
So
You
mad
got
that
them
did
for
that.
me.
I feel no.
You said it's all right. Where my mum's? You put them in my hands.
I was putting them on your feet. Like,
You were like, go on, wear them.
I was changing like a baby, and you were on the bed, like going, no, on your back, and I was just rolling them jeans
You're
up.
saying you will wear my mum's jeans.
It's okay.
Yeah. Couldn't get you off me for those 6 months, actually. Weirdly enough.
So tight.
Oh God! I think we should probably wrap it up
I
on
think
this
we
madness.
Definitely should. Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Always. Now I'm gonna go eat about 3 mince pies.
Yeah, and think of a confession for you to say next week.
Okay. Yeah, confessions. Maybe we could have confessions section.
Every now and then. Maybe not every episode because we'll soon get into some dark territory and lose a lot of friends.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, have a think.
Okay.
Embarrass yourself.
Will do.
Like I do. Thank you everyone for listening. Mm-hmm. See you same time next week.
Yeah.
For episode 5.
Episode 5.
Which will be a Christmas special. Because it'll be due to be released on like Christmas Eve or something, won't it?
Oh my gosh, of course. So get your stockings.
Yeah, we'll get some Christmassy shit going on.
And your Easter eggs ready.
Do you want to do a little secret Santa?
For who?
For you and me.
Oh, okay.
Like a tenner each.
Okay.
Something for the pod.
Yeah, okay. We are also gonna show each other our cameos next week.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Wow, there's so much for next week.
So we'll.
Well, our Secret Santa, we've got the cameo, celebrity endorsements.
Amazing.
And some other fun bits and tricks.
I can't wait.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Rate and review the podcast on iTunes.
Yeah.
We have a clips channel on YouTube as well, which you subscribe to because you get all the little clips. 1 clip a day.
Pronunciation, Alfred.
Every week, clips.
That's it. I'll bottom mouth over there.
Thinking about those mince pies. And also go to iCouldBeYourGrandma.com to listen to all the episodes. You can email the pod at iCouldBeYourGrandma at contact@iCouldBeYourGrandma.com if you want to email the show.
Yeah. If you have any questions?
Yeah, any questions about how you can fit into a size 12 pair of women's jeans, guys, let me know. And then, Facebook, I could be your grandma. Instagram, I could be your _ grandma.
Wrap it up, bro.
I'm just telling them.
Okay.
Tell them where they can find it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I love you.
Yeah, whatever.